Why would you possibly care that someone is using stock photos on their advert for a big wedding photographer, dude? How could you possibly be brought to care about this? This is like deranged. Okay, bro, dude. Look at these takes are crazy, bro. Why hasn't he changed his name? What, dude? What? Good.
The comment I left isn't there.
Oh my god. Whoa, what a crazy twist in the tail. The guy deleted his finger wagging comment, guys. Good. I deleted it as well because you're a loser retard. You guys remember the drama about James Somerton? Literally the worst thing to happen to drama discourse in some time, I think. Where basically James Somerton was plagiarizing videos. And it was exposed by HBomberGuy in this like 4-hour-long video about it. And all of a sudden, overnight, the YouTube drama subreddit got infested with all of these like leftoid retards who deeply cared about plagiarism all of a sudden. And yeah, then it went on further from there, and they basically kept hounding him at every single turn. They were basically just witch hunting him, yeah. All over like, oh, he stole some fucking gay theory from some loser about Hellraiser or something. It was the most pathetic, ridiculous thing to get so het up about, you know? Plagiarism is like oh, that sucks, he shouldn't do that, and that's it, right? But now plagiarism is seen as this like crazy thing, and it's like yeah, it's bad, people shouldn't plagiarize, but the way people talk about it is as if they've like done something tremendously morally wrong. And it's like, to me, it's like tantamount to shoplifting. Like, you shouldn't do it, and it's bad. But if you heard that someone had shoplifted something, yeah, I don't think you're really going to like be that morally outraged about it, you know? You're just going to be like, yeah, you shouldn't shoplift, you know? Something like that. Something like that. Yeah, they went after Internet Historian as well. Yeah, they treat it like it's fucking academia. And then, that Claudine Gay person that worked at that university, right, they were exposed for plagiarizing. And because they were like a black academic, all of a sudden plagiarism didn't matter anymore and they didn't care about it so much then. And there was posts that were saying that the Claudine Gay stuff was not that big a fucking deal. So an academic plagiarizing is no big deal, but some gay YouTuber making videos about queer Hellraiser, plagiarism is some massive issue apparently. You know? Like, they were literally hounding this guy to the ends of the earth. And James Somerton even tried to release another video, and he hadn't plagiarized this, but HBomberGuy was posting about it and was like, oh, look, he's released some slop video. You know? Wait, what's this? The Somerton drama was more than just he stole a bit from others. He scammed his fucking audience. Don't care. Oh no, a bunch of queers got scammed. Don't care. Don't care. See, this is what I mean. People like you make this massive deal out of it, and it just wasn't that big a deal. It was a James Somerton is a fucking loser who steals from other people or something like that, right? And you spun it up into this massive issue because HBomberGuy told you it was a massive issue.
Plagiarizing is right up there with tracing.
Like, yeah, James Somerton was a total loser, but he didn't, like, the level and the ramifications of that were way beyond what was required. They like literally hounded this guy at every single fucking turn. He tried to put out other types of content and they still went at him. It wasn't just enough to go, do you know what? This guy's a gay loser, so I'm not going to support him anymore. They had to go at every opportunity to go at him, you know? Even when this guy faked his own death or lied about wanting to commit suicide or some shit, even then they were still on his fucking case, you know? And eventually it turned out, because there was some fake suicide note that he put out, and it turned out that he hadn't actually topped himself. And they were back on him straight away. And to me, it got to a point where it's like, holy fuck, dude. Like, how are you still endlessly posting about this guy? Like, even months and months after the fact, when he's not even really done anything. Like, he posted a video, and they were on his case because it was some fucking slop video or something like that. So you're fine with scammers, grifters, and plagiarists? Yes, I am. I am totally okay with that. That's exactly what I'm saying, correct. I'll be sure to remember that when you criticize someone else for that. Well, I've got some fantastic news for both you and I, okay?
Okay, that's
you will not be here to comment on that because I'm about to ban you from chat.
Videra Vera became a member.
So you're not going to be here to do your gay little hypocrisy hunting. Get raped! I'm saying that what he did was bad. It's fine to criticize him for that. It's fine to say that's wrong and you shouldn't do that. But the sheer level of scrutiny that this guy got for what he did was way beyond what was reasonable. Exactly. Yes, Lou, precisely. Clearly the issue was the extent these people went. Precisely. Exactly my point. I'm not saying it's okay. Obviously, I'm not saying it's acceptable. I'm saying it's bad. But the levels that they went to were way beyond what was reasonable for the level of crime that he did, you know? It was like relentless. And they were acting exactly like the fucking A-log types of people that they claim to be against. But now it's acceptable because James Somerton's a plagiarist. And it's become this thing now where plagiarism is seen as this great moral crime in a fucking YouTube video, right? There was some video someone put out about Turkey Tom apparently plagiarizing. And then there was another video recently where someone released a video about plagiarizing. And you don't even need to watch the video to see what an utter crock of shit it all is. You literally just need to watch the first few moments. And it gives you a very clear idea of what we're dealing with. I don't have it to hand, actually. But it's the way the guy starts the video. And he just does the kind of like YouTuber sigh. Do you know what I mean by the YouTuber sigh? He goes, ah. It's like he's about to reveal someone's diddled a kid or something. And it's like, no, he's just like stolen some old video concepts or some shit. I don't watch it. Literally don't give a fuck about it to watch a video about it anymore. But yeah, for some reason I can't seem to find it offhand. But anyway, it doesn't really matter. You know, you get the point I'm trying to make, I think. Yeah, it's like a, I didn't really want to make this video, but I guess I got to call this out. You know? Fucking pathetic. Anyway, if you really want to understand, like, the derangement about James Somerton that became of this, right? They're still going at him. It's like, you know, they're still documenting him. He's now, as far as I understand it, like, left the YouTube sphere. I don't think he's trying to be a YouTuber anymore. It's like, you got what you wanted, okay? You got what you wanted and he left the internet. But it's still not enough. They want James Somerton raped and dead in a ditch. That is the only thing these people will accept now. Right? Look at this. Could you imagine caring about this? James Somerton has become a wedding photographer. Entire portfolio is plagiarized. What is this guy supposed to do? What do you want this guy to do exactly? What is even the claim here? Let's have a look. You've got to be fucking kidding me. James Somerton is working as a wedding photographer with a plagiarized portfolio, by the way. YouTube drama thread where this came out. James Somerton is a seasoned professional in the field of video production. With over 15 years of experience. Presumably they wanted to stop plagiarizing. What skin is it off your nose if he's plagiarizing some fucking stock photos? And is it even true that he's plagiarized? I don't know. But like, what is it? Why do you fucking care? Why would you possibly care that someone is using stock photos on their fucking advert for being a wedding photographer, dude? How could you possibly be brought to care about this? This is like deranged that you would go out of your way to notice this. With over 15 years of experience, James brings an exceptional level of expertise and creativity to the wedding industry, making him a trusted name among couples seeking to immortalize their special day. This is valid. This is valid. Oh my god. You sound like... Dude. I need to ban you. I need to just ban you. You're exactly the kind of insufferable retard that I do not want in my fucking community. That cares about someone, you know, using stock photo. Bro, it doesn't affect your life in any meaningful way. What do you mean? How could you, like... It's funny to laugh at, I guess. Oh, look, he's still doing the same thing, I guess. But to care about, to post like this, it's deranged. Beyond his technical capabilities, James is known for his warm, approachable demeanour, making him a favorite among clients and a pleasure to work with on what was often the most important day of their lives. His professionalism and calm presence ensures that couples feel comfortable and relaxed, allowing them to enjoy their day fully while he skillfully documents their joyous occasion. Okay. So this is the evidence. Let's have a look. Okay. Imagine your wedding day. A day brimming with emotion. I'm going to hire him. I'm going to hire him for an event. Just to fucking... Just to fucking smite these retards that are complaining about it. I'm going to recommend them to anyone that's getting married in America. I'm going to say, yeah, you should hire this James Somerton guy. He'd be great. Now imagine being able to relive every single one of those moments exactly as you felt them, anytime you want. That's where memory media steps in. At Memory Media, we don't just create wedding videos, we craft cinematic experiences that encapsulates the essence of your special day. And then it just says about, yeah, James Somerton has a degree in film production from Toronto Film School. Passion, so he's doing cinema quality video production. Okay, and then what have we got here? Okay. Memory Media. Is this plagiarism? Okay. Is this plagiarism? It just looks like he's using stock photos, presumably because he's not actually done any photography for weddings yet, I guess. As long as he's paid for them, is that a problem? I don't think that's plagiarism, is it? It looks like just a generic ad to get started until you actually get work that you can use to represent yourself, I would have thought. It's pretty bad. It's not pretty bad. It's nothing. It's like something of nothing. You know, and this post has got like thousands of upvotes because all this fucking community care about this gay ass shit that doesn't mean anything. You're total losers if you think this is bad. This is like an irrelevance. This is a trivial affair that at most you should go, oh, classic James Somerton, and then go about your fucking day. Exactly. Yes, if you think it's that bad, don't fucking hire him. If you think it's that bad, don't fucking hire the guy. And if someone hires him and they have a bad experience, they can leave a bad review. And they can say, oh, he presented his work in a certain way, but actually when he took photos, they were really shit. Exactly. Okay, let's have a look what these reviews say. Is he maybe he's plagiarizing views as well, guys. Oh no. How did they even find this shit, dude? Okay, Memory Media is something else here. Memories to Media, that's something else. Okay, I can't even find it. His SEO sucks. Bro, how did they even find this guy? Okay. Well, it's not that. Is this it? No, this isn't it either. This is something else. Oh, is he Canadian? Is he Canadian, maybe? Oh, here we go. This is it, I think. Here we go. Yeah. Wow! Would you look at that as well, guys? Would you look at that too? So here, before this is revealed, it's got 5-star ratings. But now, because of, well, I wouldn't call it review bombing. Because there's only like about 10 extra reviews that have been left. But it's now dropped to 2.4. And they're posting like what? Bro. This is deranged. You are deranged if you're doing this. What? Like, dude, this is like absolutely insane behavior. What's that stock photo that yours doing there, bucko? You should look up this guy before giving money to someone who hasn't done a single horrible thing in his entire professional career. Hi, James. Nice try, but the heat will never fade. Like, what do you want this guy to do, bro? What exactly do you want this guy to do? Literally just review bombing, leaving fake shitty reviews. It's fucking sickening, dude. Okay. Look. All these 1-star reviews. Where are the actual reviews from before? Oh, here we go. So these are the actual reviews here. Professional, helpful, and high quality. Are these real, though? These are all on the same date. These seem like bullshit, to be honest. These seem like fake reviews, I must say. So, yeah. But in any case, I mean, what a deranged action. To go, like, what even is this fucking website, bro? Going out of your way to leave fake shoddy reviews. This looks like AI. He's botted his own reviews. I mean, I'm sure, you know, whatever. I mean, it's obviously fucking lame to bot your own reviews. But it's even more lame to go there specifically to bring down the review score with fake reviews. They want him raped and dead in a ditch. The only issue with his fake suicide shit for them is there was a period of time that they couldn't go fully hard at him. I cannot imagine that you would go out of your way to post a picture of HBomberGuy. It's just pathetic, man. Let the guy try and get something off the ground. What skin is it off your nose if he's trying to do something that is totally outside of the YouTube arena? And also, so this idea that it's plagiarism, like presuming that he's paid for these, what is the problem? What is this? I don't know if this music is content ID or not, but we get the gist. So is this work he's actually done? So I'm guessing this is stuff he's filmed, right? Well, based on his track record, probably not, to be honest. He's probably just fucking stitched these together. Or is it AI, maybe? Look at the hands, look at the hands. Watch the hands, ladies and gentlemen, watch the hands. So yeah, I don't know, man. Don't know what to make of this. But in any case, dude, I cannot imagine what level of severe online retardation you would have to fucking do this. But there we go, guys. There we go. There we go. Oh shit, I fucking turned off alerts. Incredible that anti-capitalist lefties cry about someone lying on the CV. Thank you for the 420. And it's told. They wanted to start fresh. No help, no reference, but still high quality. Wow, I bet everyone starts out without a guideline at all. Yeah, I mean, it could be that there's... My base level belief on this is that this is stock footage or stock photos because he doesn't have a repertoire of his own stuff to show. And so he's just got to have this in place while he... hopefully builds up some sort of back catalogue that he can use. But obviously, I don't think that's going to be happening now because everyone has been fucking review bombing this guy. Well, not everyone. It's only like 9 reviews, I think. It's not even that many, but... A portfolio. Yes, a portfolio. Yeah, that's what I mean. What are the Redditors saying about this, I wonder? Let's have a quick look. These guys will preach to the cows come home about how lolcow culture is terrible and obsessive, yet they're doing the same thing, and in some cases worse, to what they believe is a justified target. Yep. 100%. I'm at the point where I'm convinced he's a synthetic being who's completely plagiarized and replaced the life of someone else who was once known as James Somerton. What an absolutely pathetic and wretched existence, not an original cell in his body. It must suck to suck so much. Okay, bro, dude. Look at these takes are crazy, bro. Why hasn't he changed his name? What, dude? What? Bro, that is unreal. Why haven't you gone through the legal process of changing your name if you don't want us to track you down at every turn? These people are crazed. It makes it so easy to track his plagiarism. You think he'd have learned that by now, but then again, this is why the man who plagiarized nudes, why do I expect him to make smart choices? What a deranged concept. I'm now convinced James Somerton is a golden age era comic book villain. Villain. He's a loser. He's a total wretched loser at worst. He's not a villain. Dude, go and watch HBomberGuy's video if you haven't seen it, man. The amounts of, like, the worst thing that James Somerton did, in my opinion, is the film studio shit. Right? Where he basically fundraised a bunch of money to make movies that never came out. That was actually, I thought, really bad, and like he didn't really account for that. But that was like the worst thing that he did. But the plagiarism stuff, a lot of it was shitty. But the way they speak about it is so funny. And they're like, yes, and you see, he did this video about how queer Hellraiser is, and he stole it from a non-binary, transgender, gay writer. Okay? Am I supposed to care more because it's some fucking trans that he's stolen from? Come on, dude. This is goddamn poetry. He just can't stop plagiarizing. Like, is there anyone that is willing to, like, argue that, hey, maybe it's not plagiarism and he's just using stock photos? Or is it all just everyone? Bro, he can't keep getting away with this. Bro, his entire online career is ashes. You burnt it to fucking ashes. And then you pissed on the ashes. What do you mean, get away with it? He had a successful YouTube career that is now kaput. Okay, does anyone actually have an alternative narrative, or is everyone just fucking, you know, agreeing with this? I'm not seeing anyone that is actually arguing the toss here. Jesus Christ, dude. Cringe. Cringe and gay. But yeah, there we go. No, I mean, obviously I'm not reading all these, but I would have thought they could be getting downvoted. Hey, Dark Hog! Yes, we finally got someone talking some sense. At what point is this not just harassment? Good question. Good question. Especially, I mean, I can't really take issue with talking about it. I don't think talking about it is harassment. Right? But I think, I wouldn't call it harassment necessarily, but endlessly trying to find endlessly tracking everything he's doing down on the internet is something. And then the fact that you're leaving review bombing, that is then a form of harassment, I would say, you know? And this is getting downvoted. Yes, it's shitty what he did, but this is basically just Kiwi Farm's behavior, of which I'm sure most of you would usually condemn. -15 for speaking the truth. Also, to be charitable, perhaps he's using a stock image, which he's likely legally allowed to do, to show what kind of photography he tries to do, because his portfolio isn't large yet. Bro, he's literally making all the points I've just made. And he's getting downvoted. Certainly not on the level of the YouTube stuff. I'm not voting it. I'm not voting it, guys. I'm not voting it. Fuck it. It's a drop in the ocean, but I'm doing it. It's so deranged how... What is just a reasonable disagreement? People just can't stomach that. Dark Hog. Dark Hog. You're speaking sense. If he's using stock photos as examples, he needs to disclose that. Otherwise, it is legally plagiarism. Legally plagiarism. What? Plagiarism is not a legal standard. What do you mean legally? Plagiarism isn't like illegal. I mean, copyright, I guess. You got copyright issues. But in any case, I don't even know if you need to disclose it, that you're using stock images. Right? As long as you've paid up for the stock images and you're using them in line with the licensing rights, then I don't think that's in any way illegal. Owning stock photos doesn't give you the legal right to pass them off as your own work. On his page, there is no indication the photos and videos are stock ones. Not one of the videos or pictures belong to him, and he's claiming them as his portfolio for a 2 to 4K service. He's trying to scam people. Well, if that happens, and the work isn't, and the stock images aren't actually representative of the work he ends up doing, well, you can leave an actual bad review and say he misrepresented and his video sucked, you know? I just think these people have got this deranged hatred and they've got no willingness to have a reasonable perception or conversation, and it is just James Somerton bad. And also, yeah, didn't it say like example real? I don't think it necessarily was passing it off as his own work. And there's only one image that looked like it was stock. But yeah. But there we go, guys. He used his actual fucking name and face like people wouldn't recognize him. James, we didn't just forget. People know who you are and what you did, brother. What? These people are nuts, man. They're crazed. They're crazed over this guy. Never forget. Never forget. Never forgive. Yes, exactly. They're acting like he's fucking murdered someone. It's deranged. You see what I'm saying now and why that person earlier was so retarded? The level that they go to is way beyond what is necessary for the actual crime he's committed. You know? Yes, exactly. I'm glad people are getting it. Yes. It's actually comical how overblown their words are compared to his actions. Yes, exactly. And it was all whipped up to... I've said this from day one covering this shit, man. They got whipped up into a frenzy by HBomberGuy's video. And they talk like he's a fucking giga supervillain. It is the most deranged... It's probably the most deranged drama cycle I've ever seen. In terms of reaction to the actual behavior.
Okay, that's
you know?
wonderful. But how do I make money off depressed people?
Thank you for the super chats. The thing is, I don't have a problem fundamentally with like discussing it, right? But to me, it's like taking it to the point where you're tracking down his like non-YouTube career related wedding video service. It's just deranged to me. And the way they're talking about it is crazy. If it was more so posted to have a laugh about it, and that was it, I probably wouldn't care as much. But I just know that these people have just been whipped up into a complete frenzy over this. You know? Dude. Where is... Okay, dude, where is this video? I don't think I'm gonna watch it. Well, I might watch a bit of it. But I cannot, like, this whole thing ruined any criticism of, like, YouTube plagiarism for me. I find it very difficult to care about this. And then I just see these videos posted about it, and I'm just like, okay. Oh no, a YouTuber stole some words from another YouTuber's video, or they stole the thumbnail. Oh no. But yeah. Plagiarism on YouTube. Nope. Nope. Oh, this is it here.
Not too long ago, I was scrolling...
Bro, the start of this video sums this up perfectly. How pathetic this all is. Look.
Has HBomberGuy taught us nothing?
But yeah, he's trying to start a new business, and they're actively trying to fuck with for the sin of pressing Control-C, Control-V on some gay horror essay store some trans wrote ages ago. Yeah, exactly. They just cannot let it go. Like, at what point do you just go, okay, like, you know, there's plenty of people that I think are shitters and have made lots of content about, right? You know, I mean, obviously, I had a sort of controversial take on the Mama Max thing. In regards to some of his offline work that he was trying to do. Because I was like, at some point you got to let it go. And I understand the arguments, and I get that people were concerned that Mama Max was doing stuff which could affect the outcome of cases. Fair enough, I get the argument. But at some point, it's like, you know, let them go and live their fucking life, you know? Like, if the problem is around them making YouTube videos in a certain way that's bad, them not making YouTube videos and trying to do something beyond that is like, yeah, at some point you just got to kind of let them be, I think, you know? But anyway.
Not too long ago, I was scrolling through YouTube and came across a video called Types of Time Travel in Movies by a channel called Rocket Riley. I looked at the thumbnail for a second and thought, hang on, I recognize that. So I opened a new tab and searched time travel in movies, and these were the first 2 results that popped up.
Oh, wait, what? No way. Some dude plagiarized an 11 million view video from 7 years ago. Oh, strap in. We're in for some... Oh my god, dude. We're in for some pretty egregious behavior here.
You seeing what I'm seeing? Look how similar these thumbnails are. They both have 6 movies on them, they use the same kind of charts, and 3 of the 6 movies are exactly the same. Their placement is just different. Minute Physics is a great channel that's been putting out well-researched, high-quality content for more than a decade. Henry's a creator I really admire, so this Rocket Riley video immediately set off alarm bells in my head. Riley, if you're watching, by the way, I have something that I want to say to you specifically, but it's going to be at the end of the video. If you want to skip what you know is coming, there's a timestamp for you in the description. Anyway, Riley's video. Let's not get too hasty though. The thumbnails are similar, but maybe the videos themselves are different.
Let's start with Ender's Game by Orson Scott Card.
In Ender's Game, the protagonist, Ender Wiggin,
Time travel in this book is actually 100% realistic.
this type of time travel is grounded in real-world science.
It's traveling forward through time like we normally do, but
Oh my
at different
God.
rates.
In this type of time travel, characters experience time at a different rate due to their movement or position, often leading to them traveling forward in time while those in the original timeline experience time normally.
Oh. Well, maybe...
Which brings us to perhaps my all-time favorite of...
Like, every time I watch one of these videos, you know, I just end up being like, okay, I'm supposed to, like, what, get outraged about this? Like, I don't know, yeah, it sucks and he shouldn't have done that, I guess. But you've turned it into a whole thing, and I know this kind of shit then gets posted on YouTube Drama. And those bloodthirsty fucking cretins desperately clamor over it to talk about how bad plagiarism is, you know? And I don't even know if this is necessarily, like, is this plagiarism? It's difficult to pretend to care about this. Yeah, exactly. I mean, you know, I'll watch the intro. I cannot watch a whole video. I literally do not care to watch a 40-minute video about it. And plus, I do want to finish the I'm Alex document before we end the week. But we'll just watch the intro.
all fictional time travel. Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. It's a kind of time travel where you instantly jump back in time and can interact with yourself, but it doesn't generate new timelines.
The next method of time travel is This Always Happened. In this time travel type, events are predestined, and the time traveler's actions in the past are part of the loop that has always existed. This is probably my favorite type of time travel, since writers are able to make subtle nods to the future throughout a film.
For example, Harry and his friends are saved from dying by their time-traveling selves, the first time history gets to that point.
For example, in Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, Harry and Hermione use time turners to ensure that events unfold the way that they always have, without changing the course of history.
Wow. Crazy that he even has the same favorite type of time travel.
One of the simplest time travels is do-over time travel. For example, in Groundhog Day, Bill Murray's character relives the same day over and over again.
One of the most popular types of time travel in fiction is called a time loop, also known as a Groundhog Day phenomenon.
Yeah, these might just be the exact same video. But I always want to give a person the benefit of the doubt. Sure, Riley references a lot of the same movies, but both videos are talking about some of the most iconic time travel movies ever, right? Naturally, there would be at least a little...
Bro, it's like, yeah, this is exactly how I feel whenever I watch these. Just waiting for the part where I'm supposed to be like, oh my god, I don't believe it. What? And it's just like, okay. Lazy. Riley sounds like a lazy shitter. Oh no. Well, I guess I'll just go about my day and never think about this again.
Overlap. The wording is similar in places, but maybe I'm grasping...
Dude, this like molding at someone copying a bot farm shit top 10 video. Dude. More power to the people that just let an AI spit out a video and then make fucking shitloads of money off of it, and everyone just seethes about it. AI script, AI footage, right? AI fucking upload, AI everything. You know, $30,000 AdSense a month.
grasping at straws. Riley has almost 500 videos, 160 million lifetime views, and more than 130,000 subscribers at the time of writing. So I decided to leave a comment that read as follows. I'm not quite going to accuse you of plagiarizing this video, but I'm close. This video is strikingly similar to the Minute Physics video Time Travel in Fiction Rundown, down to wording choices, films mentioned, and visuals. If that's a video that inspired you, I think you should mention it. And I decided to leave it at that. It was clear a decent amount of effort went into making the video, so I didn't want to
I'm gonna go and leave a little comment, because I'm a little busybody.
be a jerk about it. Here's the thing though, I don't generally post comments from the channel you're watching currently. This channel is relatively new and I've never really taken the time to curate its algorithm, so I'm usually surfing around and commenting from a much older channel. I swap over to this channel, find the video again, sort the comments by newest, and look for my comment. It's not there.
Good.
The comment I left isn't there.
Oh my god! Whoa, what a crazy twist of the tail. The guy deleted a shitty finger-wagging comment, guys. Good, I delete it as well, because you're a fucking loser retard.
A message over to my friend Kylie to see if she can find my comment. She can't. I'm not sure if the average person knows this, but YouTube actually has a sneaky little feature that allows you to block certain words and phrases in your comment section. This feature has real utility, of course, but it can also be used to sanitize a comment section of valid criticism. I can't say this with certainty, but I would
Okay, right, YouTube comment section. Moderate to as much as you fucking want. I've deleted comments because they're long and it's funny. It's funny, the idea someone leaves a lengthy comment and puts all this effort and thought into saying shit, and then I just delete it without reading it. That is very funny to me. And I will continue to do that as appropriate, as I see fit, okay? I do not give two fucks if someone is making it so no one can comment a certain thing in their YouTube comments, right? That's up to them at the end of the day. And again, it's not something I don't think you should meaningfully care about. And, you know, if you want to speak on something, get your own fucking platform and speak on it yourself, and then they can't even fucking touch that, can they? You know? Why does it matter if YouTube comments has got correct, meaningful criticism in? Literally just a worthless thing to care about.
guess that Riley has his comment moderation set up in such a way that it flags comments that mention theft or plagiarism, and that ain't gonna fly.
Africa, that ain't gonna fly.
It turns out, my friends, that YouTubers are still plagiarizing.
Good. Literally don't care. Literally don't care. I'm sure this video contains lots of evidence about what a terrible plagiarizer he is. Okay? But I literally do not care. I'll link it if you want to watch it. But yeah. Yeah, I saw a similar thing about Turkey Tom. And I did look at it because I thought maybe I'll watch this. But it was just like the gayest fucking... he's taken from the lolcow community, guys. You guys just fucking summarize what's on Kiwi Farms anyway. Yeah, Turkey Tom's a lazy content slop farm now. Sure, knew that already. But you're acting like all high and mighty about it when all you do is fucking look at Kiwi Farms. Oh, okay, boom, make a video, done. Like, why are you acting so fucking high and mighty about it? It's pathetic. Anyway, there we go, guys. There we go. If you want to watch the rest of it, there's the video. Good luck to you. But I do not care about plagiarism.